Welcome back to Exploring with Ash and Jake. Today we're going to be talking about the Mississippi Goon Squad cops pleading guilty to racist, dildo, and taser attacks. Yes, you heard me right. Taser and dildo attacks. A group of current and former Mississippi law enforcement officers calling themselves the Goon Squad pleaded guilty to torture and physical abuse of three men that involved repeated use of tasers, oral and anal assault with a dildo, and a mock execution that left one of the victims injured with a gunshot wound to his neck. 5 former members of Rankin County, Mississippi Sheriff's Office, RCSO, Chief Investigator Brett McAlpin, 52, Narcotics Investigator Christian Dedman, 28, Lieutenant Jeffrey Middleton, 46, Deputy Hunter Eldward, 31, Deputy Daniel Obadike, 27, and former member of the Richland, Mississippi Police Department, Narcotics Investigator Joshua Hartfeld, 31, pled guilty to all the charges against them in a federal court earlier this month. The defendants in the case tortured and inflicted unspeakable harm on their victims. It grossly violated their civil rights of citizens who were supposed to be protected, and shamefully betrayed the oath and swore as a law enforcement officer. Attorney General Merrick B. Garland said in a statement, "The Justice Department will hold accountable all officers who abuse the public trust, and that is an essential to the public safety." The charges arose from 2 separate incidents that included civil rights conspiracy, deprivation of the rights under color of law, discharge of a firearm during a crime of violence, conspiracy to obstruct justice, and or obstruction of justice. In one of the incidents, officers entered the home of Michael Corey Jenkins and Eddie Terrell Parker in Braxton on January 24th without a warrant or probable cause. Officers handcuffed the 2 men and attempted to beat, torture, and get a confession from them. The white officers used racial slurs and told the 2 black victims that they were not welcome in town because of their race, and advised them to leave as they were beaten. The corrupt officers found a dildo behind a locked door during a search of the residence and used it to penetrate the 2 victims. At the conclusion of the incident, Edward put a gun with an empty chamber to Jenkins' mouth and pulled the trigger, and when he did it a second time, the gun accidentally discharged, tearing through the handcuffed victim's tongue and exiting through his neck. As Jenkins lay bleeding on the floor, the men of the Goon Squad gathered outside and discussed how to cover up their crime and frame the 2 men. No human being should ever be subject to this kind of torturous, traumatizing, and horrific acts of violence that were carried out by these trusted law enforcement officers. Assistant Attorney General Christian Clark of the Justice Department of Civil Rights Division said the physical and emotional impact and trauma of their crimes were not only calculated but deliberate and egregious course of conduct that required a significant response from authorities. The Justice Department will continue to investigate and prosecute law enforcement officers who violate the public trust by abusing the power given to them by the virtue of their position. I would hope so. That's just gross negligence right there, and extreme abuse of power. Wow, the whole thing is just baffling to me. Officers later admitted to destroying evidence of their crime, planting evidence, falsifying police reports, filing false charges including drug possession, assault on a police officer, disorderly conduct, and more. All charges against the 2 men were later dropped. Their incident took place on December 4th of last year, where Dedman beat and tased a man and then fired a gun near his head to coerce a confession, while Edward and Opdyke watched and then did not stop them. The 2 men face decades in prison and fines of hundreds of thousands of dollars that they will be sentenced in November. Wow, that is the most, I don't even know what the word is. That is the most sickening abuse of power that I've ever heard of. If you've made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. If you're a new subscriber stopping by for the first time, welcome, and we hope you love our channel. If you're an OG subscriber, thank you for your support. and making our channel be what it is today. Happy December, everyone.